Good morning, everyone. It is a nice, cold, crisp fall morning. Today we're taking a look at a culvert pipe right here. So I recently made a video sleeping in a massive culvert pipe. It had a 8-foot diameter, or 2.5 meters. It was a really, really big pipe. And I thought to myself, since we're in a drought right now, might as well take advantage of it. This is the driest the area has ever been since they've started keeping records. Rivers are all critically low. There's a campfire ban in all of northern New England that'll probably get lifted the first time it starts snowing a bit. But it's really, really little rain. But we're going to take advantage of that because none of the little creeks on the logging roads are running. And I want to try sleeping in the smallest pipe I've ever done before. And I feel like plastic would be the way to go for this sort of camp because it's slippery and I'd be able to crawl in there like a worm. How feasible would this be to sleep in here? So this is I believe a 2-foot diameter pipe. It might be a little bit bigger. Winter has caused a bit of damage. So on the end here, it's hollow. Rainwater gets in here and it can freeze in the bottom. That would make sense for this to be broken. But why are there broken pieces all the way inside there? I think during installation, they weren't careful. Rocks and fill broke this somewhere. Water got into it. And that's how it broke it all the way inside there. Let's see what we got. Could we actually camp in here? This is a very, very tight pipe. It's coming apart a little bit at the seams. But it's dry. I would want to put down a tarp. I can tell that animals use this sometimes for crossing under the road. Yeah, I would definitely want to come back here with a tarp. I'm just scouting the area right now. And I would do this another day. Yeah, it smells like mouse pee in here. This might not be the culvert for us. And there's a mouse poop right there. So mice definitely using this to get underneath the road. And you can smell it in there. It smells gross in there. So maybe not the pipe for us. Honestly, I'm looking for one a little bit smaller. One that you gotta struggle to get in there. We'll keep on looking. Eventually we'll find the right one. What do we got down here? Hey, this one's actually flowing. It's a smaller concrete one. It's doable. This one we would just need to put a platform in there like couple of our other camps. How many times have we done that? The wood stove one. We did one under the highway last year that involved that. We did the one in that metal pipe where I flipped over the sled. That was memorable. The original one. I think I've done that 4 times. Did I do it a 5th time? I think I've done it 4 times with the platform, and I've done it once in a dry culvert. Beautiful rocky river. Our original culvert camp was overbuilt. It was a really good setup, but it was heavy and bulky, and it was nearly impossible to move by myself. Right here we have a nice retaining wall and another concrete pipe. That water's crystal clear. And it's also not a bad one either. We'll keep on looking. The idea with the wood stove camp was probably the most practical setup. It was a wooden platform It was also done in the winter, so I had the sled that also acted as extra storage in the culvert. But I used blankets with powerful magnets on the metal pipe. Blankets don't make noise. It doesn't keep you awake when you're trying to sleep like a plastic tarp or a tent does. This is actually the same road that we went camping in that metal pipe where I flipped over the sled. I'm actually trying to find that culvert. I should recognize it from the road, but maybe I won't. Okay, this is a decent sized metal one. It's not the newest, but it doesn't have any rust holes through it. The riverbed is just about dried up. It doesn't look like there's any flow, but there was a puddle in the front of the culvert. Okay, I'm pretty sure I found it now. I drove by it on the way up this road and found it right now on the way back. So this is the culvert that we camped in. I'm just curious if it's flowing. It looks like yes, it is flowing. This is also the same culvert that I set a trail camera up in there, left it for like a week. I put a wooden platform in there. I put a nice rotisserie chicken dinner, a moose track, inside the culvert to see what animal's gonna go in here and eat this. There was a raccoon looking in there. He kept popping onto the screen, but he was too afraid to climb onto the platform for some reason. Then a bear reaches in there, grabs the piece of plywood, yanks it out real fast, and the chicken falls in the water and the bear never grabs it. So that's a super thick iron pipe. That will be there hundreds of years. We slept in that. That was the camp with all the Mylar blankets. Everyone was calling it the space station camp because as the wind blew, everything was like shaking around and it was all mirrors. It was really cool. It was very radiant. It kept very, very warm. That was one of the more fun camps we did, but we did it in frigid weather when this road was closed. We had to walk. I forget how long we had to walk. I think it was like an hour out here at least. Something like that. With deep snow and snowshoes. That was a fun one. But when I was in Canada earlier this year, traveling, I saw that BC and Yukon, they still use thick iron pipes like this. The metal is so thick it doesn't need corrugation for strength. It's just super duper thick. And the reason they're using those up there still, they cost a lot, but it's gonna last 2-3 lifetimes. It's gonna be up there forever. They're so strong that frost heaving can't push into the pipe. It's so strong it will deflect that. If it was a metal pipe, it could dent or crush it a little bit. Plastic would certainly get crushed, but that, not gonna happen. Super duper strong. It makes sense why they're using it up there. They get extreme winters. Now, I really, really want to camp in that plastic pipe, but I don't think it's the right fit for me. I even have thoughts in my brain coming out here with a bucket, a rag, and some bleach, cleaning it out, giving it an hour to air out, and sleeping there. I don't know if I'll be crazy enough to do that or not. We're going to keep driving around a bunch of the dirt roads and see if we can find ourselves a better fit. But that culvert at the beginning of the video where they got it cut off at a 45-degree angle, it just popped into my head. I thought it was a 2-foot pipe. I think it's a 2.5 or 3 foot. I'm looking for a little bit tighter, but that might work. Might work. I might be crazy enough to come out here and literally clean that pipe so I could sleep in it. All right, everyone. I drove around for hours looking at other pipes today, and I couldn't find one I liked as much as this location. Yes, it smells like mouse piss in there. So, after driving around for a few hours with no other culverts that caught my eye, I went to Walmart, bought a 5-pack of Lysol disinfectant wipes. I'm gonna get my headlamp on, and we're gonna go inside this. I believe this is a 2-foot culvert now. I don't think it's 2.5. I actually think this is 2 foot. I swear, we're gonna have to look at the footage from earlier. Today was a fairly warm day for October. I swear this river is flowing a lot less. Here's what it looked like this morning. And here's what it looks like now. I think that has definitely slowed down flowing just because it's daytime. It's beautiful out. We got about another 2 hours before it's pitch black. Another good hour of daylight. So, let's get the headlamp on. Let's get the Lysol wipes. We're gonna wipe down this entire culvert all the way through. And then I'm gonna bring my tiny one-person inflatable air mattress in here. Bring a blanket, a nice jacket. But tonight's not gonna be that cold. I'm a bit tired, so I should sleep really good tonight. Last night, I only got 3-4 hours of sleep. We were in that big culvert last night. I haven't been home since. That big culvert was last night. And because I camped in that gigantic culvert, the biggest culvert I've ever camped in, today we're going to camp in the smallest culvert I've ever camped in. And honestly, if this is 2 foot, I believe I could fit in one that's slightly even smaller. Because this I can actually crawl through. But this will break my record for being the smallest one yet. Let's grab those Lysol wipes, tripod, a headlamp, and get on in there. I actually have a perfect parking spot right above it. It's really nice. You can see the water line. Look how high the river has got to be able to put those trees up there. That's why this is built up. It took out the road at some point. Pretty cool. But yeah, tonight's not going to go below freezing. Not even close. It's going to stay about 40 Fahrenheit or 5 Celsius. It'll be a fairly warm night, all considering what it was yesterday. No, actually, I guess it's a 4-pack, and it's also not Lysol. Same thing, though, just an off-brand because it's half the price. So, I got my little teeny tripod. Fits nicely in here. If you didn't need I don't think we needed any more reasons of why plastic pipes are bad, but you got another one. So I'm just gonna leave the wipes on the floor as I go, and I'll clean them up when I'm done. Okay. One case. Let's see how quick this goes. It's a plastic pipe. I'm imagining this should go pretty smoothly, right? Oh yeah, these are very moist. Look at that. Oh, remember those poops this morning? Let's get them out of here. Ooh, right in the water. Ew. We're gonna need quite a few wet wipes. This cutter is not working well. We're cleaning a culvert. This culvert must be so happy. I bet it's never been cleaned. Well, it hasn't rained in a couple months, so... And this is disinfecting. Even if there's still residue, it should be clean, technically, right? Let me clean enough of this where I can fit inside here. In case someone drives by, they're gonna think I'm a wacko. Kinda am. Feel like I'm cleaning a hamster cage. Let me just put these down on the ground where no one can see them. Yeah, there's a car coming. Let's get in here. All right. Yeah, let me turn you guys around. I'm estimating this is probably a 30, 40 foot run. I'm only gonna clean like 15 feet deep so I can sleep in here. Let me get in there now. Yeah, a car just did go by. Let me get the headlamp where I want it. I think we're good. Somehow me adding moisture to this is making it worse, the smell. Even though these are lemon scented. Ooh. This is tight. Can I turn around in here? Ugh. I think the end is the worst part because it's outside. I don't know. I should have brought rags or something. I don't know. I guess I don't need to clean the top. Nothing's been walking there, obviously. Ew. We got some rocks. Back into the river. I almost hit the camera. It's getting cleaner as I go. It doesn't smell down here. Also, they're not coming out black anymore. These were getting real dirty down there. Sounds like I'm making squirrels out there angry too. I can't believe how far this is going. I'm not even halfway through it. We're not gonna need that 4-pack. I guess I thought this was dirtier than it was. We're making this thing clean. Let me turn my butt around again. Oh, I'm so happy. We actually got the culvert to the point. They're coming out clean. When we started, they were coming out black. Now you can't even get them dirty. And it only took one container. And I'm only like 2/3 done. Did not take as many as I thought. It's way dirtier at the end, so we're gonna wash this again way down here. Then we're gonna let this air dry for like an hour and we're gonna go for a nice peaceful walk by the river. Yeah, this should air dry nicely. Yeah, it's still kind of gross. All the crud is down here at the entrance. But we got it nice and clean in there where we're gonna sleep. Yeah, let's do a little bit of extra scrubbing here by the end. And I wanna take you guys inside there. I didn't even realize this. I guess I didn't get a good look at it earlier. I'm gonna show you what's in there. So, let's clean myself up now. Lysol disinfectant. Let's get this nice and clean. And let's show you what I did. Look at that. Look at all that. We actually started coming out clean. This should air dry fast, right? Yeah, I think so. So let me show you in here. I can actually very carefully turn around in here, but let me show you up here. We got it all clean, and it's cracked everywhere. This culvert's junk. But look at this. Remember how I just said the road washed out? They extended the culvert with plastic, but the rest of this line is actually metal and it's slightly smaller. I don't want to go in that slightly tighter, very rusted pipe. No, no, no. But what I can admire about it is, look how thick the metal is. Look at that. You got, that's more than 1/4-inch steel. They used to make things better back in the day. This is a really, really high quality culvert. Look how small the sections are. You know how heavy that thing must be? Pretty cool. All right, let's let this air dry. We finally got it smelling nice and clean. I thoroughly scrubbed it. It only took 15 minutes to clean it. So I guess I have some good disinfectant wipes now for when I get home. I'll throw the other 3 containers in my car. Let's clean up all this junk. And let's go for a walk. Let me shut my headlight off. Sound like 2 cars went by. And it is a Friday night, so campers and tourists are gonna be out here since the weather got a little warmer. But I don't think they're gonna bother me. This is not normal what we're doing. I don't think anyone's gonna look in here for me. So let's clean this up, put it in the car, and we'll return to the pipe later. Let's go for a nice peaceful walk now. All right, we got everything cleaned up. That should air dry fast. Look at that water line. That'd be way over my head where this thing sometimes rages. That's some interesting pieces of granite. Look at that one with all the nice spots. That would shine up really nice if anyone's into polishing rocks. I got into that. Been collecting interesting rocks where I find them. Look how little this is trickling. I swear it was trickling more earlier. But I'm gonna walk in for a little ways, find a nice place to sit down, relax, and do a little bit of video editing. Such a small little trickle. I'm glad I took the 15 minutes and cleaned that up, because that really was not as bad as what I was dreading. Look at that nice piece of quartz. I got enough white quartz though. That dirt road that we parked on back in the day used to be a railroad. That's why you find all these old rock walls. That was the old retaining wall. See, that was up there, but it fell over. That's how it's supposed to look. Used to be a railroad back in the day, a logging railroad. Then one day there was a devastating forest fire. It burned the logging town, all their infrastructure, and they never built back. No reason to, because the forest they were harvesting was all gone. Now it's protected national forest. And it is beautiful. Look at all these clumps. I wonder how long ago the river was up this high. We desperately need rain. This is the driest year on record. It's peaceful out here though. Now just wait for it to get dark. This is gonna be probably the most simplified camp ever. All we're bringing in there is a blanket and a cheap inflatable air mattress. And you're seeing that culvert's small. How's an air mattress gonna fit? We got one that's literally as narrow as my body. So that's gonna be pretty interesting. Like I said earlier, some of these culvert camps were kind of overthought and planned out for weeks. But this one was spur of the moment. I didn't even know I was going to be doing this 12 hours ago. Wow, this is moving really slow. I love walking dry riverbeds. It's fun. And it helps with your balance. I've been doing this my whole life. I could do this for hours, all day long. But I know some people that have a lot of trouble actually walking on stuff like this. I've heard even walking on this stuff barefoot even helps you in the long run too. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Another piece of retaining wall. I bet you it wasn't here. I bet it was somewhere else and it just curved over here. And look at that tree. It's like 12 feet top to bottom. It's a big old tree. Let's see what else we got up here. This erosion is actually pretty cool. There's another chunk of the retaining wall. After 100 years, it's still held together. That was some good chain link fencing. Look at it. Find this interesting. I've never seen this river so dry. What do we got up here? I like it. It branches off, so that's kind of an island, or is that two separate rivers? But look at those old retaining walls. Pretty cool. It's got to be some really, really thick gauge metal. What do you think we got going on there? Like 6 gauge, maybe even thicker, that it didn't rust all this time. I think we found a nice relaxing place to sit down for a little bit. Nicely away from the road. That's hilarious. Every time I'm filming something, cars slow down because they think I'm filming like a moose or something. It's usually nothing. Or it's a culvert. This is kind of fun. Look at this nice stagnant area here. Still a decent spot to take a dip and cool off. Look at this tree. Look how eroded that is under there. I think that might be like the only old growth around. That's a big, big tree. I like it. Look at all the nice leaves collecting. This is beautiful. I wonder what these pink flags are. Are they planting something? Why does that have a ribbon around it? I think watching water is so satisfying. Look at this chain of leaves going in here. Them just flowing and getting clogged. Look at this pileup of leaves. There they go, just adding to the pileup until eventually this whole surface gets clogged up, which it probably will. There's a little bit of rain in the forecast, but I highly doubt it's gonna improve conditions at all. I'm going over here because that looks like a cave under the old growth. I was very cautious walking there with the expectation that I could fall through because there's a lot of hollowness underneath. Oh, we got beavers around here. The beavers are evolving. They're marking their trees that they're gonna cut down. I guess those are the markings where a big dam is planned on going up. They're evolving. They're using flags like the surveying crews. But let's take a look. This looks cool. It is hollow in there, and some kind of creature could use that as a den. And you see it healing. Storm surge smashes these roots, but it's healing good. This tree's still very, very strong. It's probably well over 100. Looks like it survived logging and the forest fires back in the day. Back here is actually super flat. Super nice area to just hang out. See all the debris right there stuck? This whole area floods with the river. Let's walk a little bit. It looks like an opening in here. Is there like a secret pond? Oh, there is. I see water. This must be where the beaver lives. I see a reflection, right? Yeah. My eyeballs couldn't tell if it was a reflection or a big steep hole. Yeah. Look at this. Got one of these spiky plants. Wow, this is actually at capacity. I'm happy to see this. All the beaver ponds that we've been visiting have been severely under capacity. They got a good sized dam in here. It looks like their dams got washed out a couple of times. Nice, healthy beaver pond. It's nice to see. I haven't seen something like this all year. Looks like they got even another old growth over there. Got iron oxidizing bacteria. And I see more pink surveilling ribbons. I guess it was the beavers after all. Let's check this out, because beavers will use rocks in dams too. Let's see if that was the beavers or not. This whole area looks like it's been flooded. Pretty interesting. I see moose tracks. Look at all that iron. I can probably follow this back to the riverbed and walk that back up. Look at that. Oh yeah, I told you I could tell this was recently flooded. Look at that. This beaver dam just broke. Where I'm standing right now, water would have been up to my waist, at least. How'd this get a big slice in it? You think that was just a storm surge? I see chewed down trees by the beavers. Yep, more wall in really good shape. And we're right back to the river. Let's walk back to camp. Beavers, you don't want to fall on those, that's really sharp. This culvert has one of the best views to look out on. Let's start setting it up. What a beautiful spot to go camping. Here we go. Here's a little air mattress, my jacket, and let's get in here. Oh yeah, it smells a lot better. It's clean in here. Finally clean. It didn't exactly dry though, let me show you. It's close enough. Smells clean enough to finally breathe in here confidently. All right, so let's set up our air mattress. It's tiny. Always make sure the plug is closed. All right, and it has a hand pump right here. See this, you just go and be like, all right, it is nice and firm. Time to make the bed with a blanket. Nice. Oh, we're gonna sleep good. Look at that. It's got a pillow here built into it and everything. Nice. They fit good. There we go, nice bed. All in 2 feet of space. Look at that, everyone. It's the moon. Look how beautiful the moon looks. A car just drove by and made a good dust cloud. You're hearing some angry squirrels that don't like my presence. There's a little bit of cloud cover, making like a little reddish tint over there. It looks nice. That's angry squirrels. Let me enhance the sound to 200%. You guys gonna do it again? Huh? You can see the dust coming down here. I guess not. Anyways, the other way, we have a nice sunset. 10 minutes later. Sky's still a little bit red. Still looks pretty nice. If we look the other way, you can see some red on the sky. It's looking pretty. We're now entering the nice twilight period. Over the next hour, it should slowly get pitch black. It's so relaxing out here sitting by the water. Today was a decently warm day. It's nice to feel it getting cool. I wasn't planning on eating here, but I'm hungry. In my spare tire compartment, I have MREs. Let's see. Beef stew. No, I don't want beef stew. And this other one's basically the thing I had on the island camp. It's like tacos in there. It comes with tortillas and stuff. We'll have whatever this last one is. It'll be different. Water purification, jumper cables, everything we need in an emergency. Toe straps. Our big tripod kinda fits. Not with the light though. Does that still work though? If it's angled downwards like that? Yeah, it doesn't make a difference if it's facing down like that. It works. So today's MRE that we're gonna have for dinner is, and probably not gonna have breakfast. I need a good night's sleep. Let's eat though. All right, everyone. Let's see what we find in this meal today. Vegetable crumbles with pasta and taco-style sauce. Let's see. Okay. We have crackers. Nutrition facts, this can also be used to insulate the food when you're using the heating element. Here's the heating element. You fill it to the line. Chemical reaction with water will heat up your food. It came with French vanilla cappuccino instant powder. So you fill that up, shake it. It's resealable, so when you fill it with water, you can shake it nicely. You can put this in there with the heater to heat it up, or you can just drink it cold. I'll drink that cold. That'll actually be my, I'll have this for breakfast because I'm trying to go to sleep and that probably got caffeine in it. Got a spoon. We got cashews, jalapeno flavor. It came with applesauce. It came with chunky peanut butter. Right here we got apple cinnamon chew bar. Apple cinnamon flavor first strike nutritious energy bar. It came with a little thing of Tabasco sauce, wet towelette, salt, napkins. It came with gum, which is a substitute for brushing your teeth. What's this little packet? You can put this in a bottle of water. It makes a raspberry flavored drink. And the main meal right here, veggie taco pasta. Sounds good, and that's everything. Let's see how this is gonna taste. Let's push it all out of the way. Peel it open. Hopefully we don't attract any kind of creatures today. Thankfully a big bear can't fit in here, but a decent sized bear would be able to fit in here. That smells spicy without even using the Tabasco sauce. Let's give that a try. Tastes like chili, and yeah, it is already a bit hot. Let's get out the cute little Tabasco sauce. How do I open that? Here we go. Ooh, I spilled it on my boot. I'll wash it off in the river when I'm done. So cute. A little glass jar. Or a glass bottle. Let's see how spicy. We just made that. Woo! I heard a pulsing sound like something was walking towards me. That scared me. Spicy. These MREs are so good. So much better than the humanitarian ones I've been using in a lot of my camps. I was buying those because they were cheaper. They were $30 for a box of 12. But you know what? These are $30 for a box of 12. Ocean State Job Lot started selling them. Thankfully, someone on my Patreon told me about that. I was able to go ahead and buy a whole bunch of them. I think the pulsing I'm feeling is the reverb of my voice kind of echoing in here and pulsing. But yeah, Ocean State Job Lot has them. These used to be like $130 a box if you buy them online. So glad Ocean State Job Lot has them. I bought a whole bunch of them. It may equivalent to like under $3 a piece. And they don't go bad. These things will last a decade or more before they start to go bad. They can withstand hot, cold, frozen, hot, over and over again for years, just keeping them in your car for an emergency. And I'm going to put my wrappers back in the car because I don't want a bear to smell this in the middle of the night. Cashews. Let's try those jalapeno cashews. I'll have this tomorrow. Applesauce actually sounds good, maybe. Maybe that'll soothe the spiciness I'm now feeling from the jalapeno cashews. It's kind of tight in here. Let's go outside and enjoy the twilight for a little bit and snack a little bit. Let's get on out of here. It's now 10 of 7, and we're gonna do a little bit of snacking under the moonlight. Let's try this applesauce. I might try that right now, actually. I'm gonna save this MRE heater because I'm not using that today. I'll throw that in my bag. Maybe another day we'll use 2 of them at once because those things are usually inadequate to actually get it super nice and warm. Applesauce. This is actually really good. That guy's shining a big flashlight out the window. Must be looking for moose. I bet he didn't expect to see me down here. The moon looks so beautiful and bright. Look at the reflection in the water. That moon is getting big. And you know what? I don't think it's really going to get much darker. It's a bright, bright moon. Why'd that car just stop? That's tasty. Seriously, look what I gotta deal with now. I dropped my headlamp in it. It now smells like dead snails. Look at this. See this water here? That's not from me going in and out with wet boots. It's literally coming out of these crevices, and it reeks like dead fish or dead snails. What the heck? Guess I don't need the headlamp. I really do need to sleep though. I am grossed out. I gotta take these boots off. They got that nastiness on them. Whatever I just stepped in out there. At least my stinky feet will cover that smell up. Cover this place with my own odor. All right, so it's like 7:30 now. At least it doesn't smell in here. It just smells if you touch that. But I need earplugs to sleep, especially when cars go over. This is gonna rumble and make weird noises. And hopefully the mice just leave me alone. Okay, because I know mice go in here. Hopefully my presence will stop it. Probably not. They're fearless. They'll come right into tents with you to steal food. I had that happen when I was sleeping underneath the tree stump. I tarped it up and put a wood stove in there. Yeah, a bunch of my food was chewed by morning. But let's try to get some sleep. Here's my bed. I'm not gonna lie, this is comfortable. It is comfortable and it's a nice temperature in here. There's no wind, nothing. It's still. This is nice. This is comfortable. But look at that dark, scary abyss behind me. At least I can't hear echoing, nothing with the earplugs. I wish I knew the metal part was here. I should have brought some magnets and a garbage bag. I literally could have blocked that. Blocked it off. So I don't have to worry about what kind of creepy crawlies could come out of there. Mice, I don't want to wake up to a mouse walking on my face. But good night, everyone. I'm going to try to get some sleep. I got to shut the screens and lights off. Hopefully I'll get tired in here. Look at that random rock up there. Good night, everyone. Whoa! Wish I had my headlamp. You can't see too good with this light. I got startled. Let's look around. I just cleaned this yesterday. What kind of tracks? Are there any tracks? Something came in here with me. It's more afraid of me. It's gone. Animals probably just use this sometimes as a crossing, even though it's in the middle of nowhere. Something was in here. It wasn't a mouse. Could have been a raccoon. It doesn't want to hurt me. It's just curious, or it probably didn't even notice I was in here. But we slept well. It's 5:30 in the morning. That means we have 5, 6, 7. We have less than 2 hours before the sun comes up. I needed this good night's sleep. We did good. It's a rock. Yeah. I thought this air mattress was ruined. That's why I used it in here. The last time I used this air mattress was on the island in Long Pond. And no, wait, did I? No, I did not. I did not use it that day. I used just a sleeping bag. The first kayak trip, I think it was. This was deflating. Was that? One of my camps, I determined this to be deflating, like slowly deflating, but it... Oop. Someone's driving over me. Okay, they're moving on. But it's holding air. So because it's kind of gross in here, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to deflate this, let all the air out, then I'm going to plug it back up, throw in the washing machine, and hopefully the plugs don't open. And when we're done with the washing machine, it's not going to go in the dryer. We're just going to hang it up. Just because it's kind of, this is a dirty place. I need to clean my clothing. I need to wash literally everything I brought in here with me. Now, I know someone's going to mention it. Hantavirus in very, very dry climates. I know we're in a drought, but hantavirus is almost non-existent in my area. It's not like I live in the desert. Let's go grab a water bottle out of the car and I'm going to... My hands must have been touching something gross in the night. My hands smell bad, like the mouse pee I was cleaning. Oh, what the? It's all over my jacket. Oh! My jacket is soaked in whatever nastiness is coming out of here. It really started secreting overnight. Whoa. Oh, did I left my camera light on. Like, the light's not on, but it's active. Look at that, 0% it's showing. No. I'm confused. It looks like it's got battery. The light's not on, but I left the device on. Okay. Put those in my pocket. Let's clean this up real quick so we can get going. Okay. Ah, gross. I have like literally no choice but to kneel in whatever this nasty dead fish. Yeah, this jacket the arm is soaked in whatever is coming out of this culvert. It's like nastiness that's in the corrugation, just sitting there, fermenting, rotting, nasty. Blanket feels dry. Oh, this is soaked. The underside of this mattress is soaked. I'm not rolling this up in here. I want to get out of here. Oh, it literally smells like that fart spray, liquid ass. It literally smells like that in here. I'm not lying. It smells disgusting in there. Oh my gosh. How did that go so wrong? I can see some twilight's coming, but it's going to be at least another hour before the sun comes up. Let's clean this mess up. Why is that wet? Did I drop something? Does my light still work at all? Yeah. Yeah. I'm so paranoid that I'm not alone. I hear stuff. You're never alone in the woods. I hear something moving in the dry leaves. After being in the fresh air, it smells like a sewer in there. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh, whoa. Oh. Look how wet this is. That's disgusting. I'm taking these pants off before I get in the car. The socks too. I got this sludge all over myself. It smells like a sewer in there. That's disgusting in there. Let me show you in there real quick. Before I put those boots on, I'm gonna take off. Look at that, all that wetness coming out of those holes. I learned my lesson. Don't ever sleep in a culvert if it's got cracks in it like that. It's holding something foul. Oh yeah, look. You see that nasty sludge in the corrugation? It's filled up to about here. So of course, moving it around is making it secrete. Disgusting. I didn't drop anything, right? Because this looks wet. Why is this wet? I guess that could explain it. A rock fell, maybe. I gotta get these nasty, wet, stinky socks off. I think I have another pair of shoes. Something's out there. I hear something walking. What is it? Something's walking out there. This camp, I made the mistake of being unarmed out here. I don't even have the bear spray. Something's running around out there. Let's deflate this. I'm not putting this headlamp on. All right, that's as good as it's gonna get. I'm gonna close it. Hopefully water doesn't get in here. It's getting thrown in the washing machine like this. All this stuff is. I gotta get this in the car. You know what? I gotta wash these boots too. I gotta spray them out with water. Then I'll put them on the boot dryer. I'm just gonna put them on. The wetness on my pants the nastiness is not gonna touch my car seat. I'm just gonna take a good shower and clean really good when I get home. I'll be home in a couple hours. I'm not dealing with this right here. Let's just put all this quickly away. Thankfully, I use towels on my car seats so the seat doesn't wear out. But it also doubles if you ever need a towel. If you go swimming unexpected or anything of the sense. It's really helpful. And that was helpful because I just had to put all that laundry on my passenger seat. I don't have nowhere else to put it. But we're not going to let that ruin our morning. I can take care of that when I get home. All right, now we're going to make some coffee. Here's how you open it. And it's made for you to pour it in here, and you can shake it in here. And then you can put this in the heater, and then the heater will warm it up, but I'm gonna have it cold, so I'm not even gonna use this bag. I'm just gonna go ahead and pour it right into this water bottle. Okay, probably gonna be good, even though I spilled a whole bunch of it on this rock. It's powder all over the rock. Some animal's gonna be having some happy licks from that. Still really good. I'm gonna chug that down and let's get on the road. smells like I either stepped in or sat in poop. I smell poop really strongly. And I know it's not me. This is horrible. That was a fun experience, but that was so not worth it. I think I got a headlight out. I'll change it when I get home. It's gonna be daylight in an hour. I don't think I'll get pulled over. Let it heat up a minute. All right, we're out of here. Now I gotta, it smells really bad in the car. So this suddenly has gone to my most disgusting camp where I feel the grossest, mainly because I have to bring all this home. And I was trapped in that small space with that horrible smell. And a creature came in there. Maybe the creature pooped in there. Let's go clean this up. Well, everyone, I hope this video was interesting. It was quite the experience. Can't believe I was eating in there. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.